All right, sorry I couldn't be here this morning, guys. This is your 1.2 homework, and I'm not going to do a lot of the easy ones. I'm going to let you guys do that. Like, if you want number one, look at your notes. 2, 3, 4, 5. You've been doing that for 2 weeks straight. Let's see here. Let's look at 6. It says write a function g with a parent function f of x equals x cubed that has been vertically stretched by a factor of 3. So we'll just do this piece by piece, and I'll type it out. So I have my writing pad on me. Step 1, to vertically stretch by a factor of 3, g of x would simply be 3x cubes. It was x cubed, now it's 3x cubes. All right, second step, we're going to horizontally stretch it by a factor of 2. Horizontal stretches don't work the way you think you do. To horizontally stretch, you actually throw a half inside. And we're switching over the notation here, so now we've got a half of x to the third power. Why are you recording me, woman? I'm already being recorded. You're recording. All right, to shift right 3. Now, what I didn't mention was the form we're using here. It's a f's of b parentheses x minus h plus k. So see, the first step, that was an a. This is a b. Now we're at h. I'm going to shift right 3. Now, to shift right 3, I don't plus 3. I subtract 3. And parentheses are extremely important. Write it like that. How you write is very important. Two things don't mean the same things. And finally, the final step is to shift this bad boy up 4. All right, so e of x, remember that's going to be a k thing. That's on the outside. K affects the output, h affects the input. And we're just going to shift up 4 by adding 4. I'll let you guys figure out the error analysis. What the kid do wrong shouldn't be too bad. All right, now I'm going to do one of these because these are a little harder to do. I'll do number 8. Okay, and it's also going to be, I don't have my writing pad in front of me to write on or my big board. I'm at home, so this could get kind of ugly. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little manipulation here. I'm going to rewrite, this is where it's going to get ugly. It's 3 cubic roots, because that's the 1/3 power, of 8 parentheses x minus 2, and then plus 3. Now, you talk about this thing right here. We can take the cubic root of 8, and it's 2. So we're going to move a 2 outside. 3 times 2 cubic roots, and we evaluated that 8, of x minus 2 plus 3. 3 times 2 would be 6. We have 6 cubic roots of x minus 2, and on the outside plus 3. So, and I don't, again, I'm not right with my writing pad, so don't know how good this is going to look. Hard for me to get things small. So mom is those 3 points right there, cubic root. She looks something like that. I don't know why I can't write over here. The kid is going to be right 2 and up 3. The kid's going to start right there. And the kid has a slope of 6. Yeah, I can't even do that on this thing. Let's start over. I'm afraid of this. Let's make it bigger. Let's do mom. There's mom. And the kid is right 2 up 3. Right there. Kid's got a slope of 6. So that means on the left-hand side, I have to be 6 below and 1 over. On the right side, I have to be 6 higher and 1 over. And that's the kid. Kid's pretty tall now, isn't it? Anyway, so learn how to manipulate your exponents. Like, I'm even going to help you out on this one, okay? I'm not going to finish the work. Oh, by the way, the domain and range, they were both the same. They were both negative infinity to infinity. Both of them. So, I don't know why this one will not write off to the side. Something with the touchpad. Now, again, I'll help you on number 9. I'm not going to do all of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to distribute that 1/3 power to both pieces on the interior. Sorry, not third power, the third power. And from there, you're going to have to do some more work. Like, you're going to have to figure out what a third or what a half to the third power is. And if I don't make any sense right now, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling too good. But you're going to have to figure that out. So figure out what a half to the third power is, then multiply that by 8, and then you'll have what you need. Okay? All right. 10, 11, not touching. That's on you. I'm going to do 13. Below is the graph of f of x. Perform the following transformations. And remember our order that we have to do things. The order is Bahak. Okay, so let's identify some stuff here. A is what? -2. B is 2. H is 3. And K is 1. And we're just going to follow a certain order. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do Bahak. So B. I know B is 2. This does not mean horizontal stretch. This is a horizontal compression. We cut our x values in half. That's what we do. So here's a guy at -5. If we cut it in half, we're at -2.5, which, believe it or not, is right here. -5. This would be -3, so -2.5. Here's a guy at -2. We cut it in half, we're at -1. If you cut 0 in half, you're still at 0, so nothing to do there. If you cut 2 in half, you're at 1. And if you cut 4 in half, you would be at 2. Notice I'm not changing y, I'm just changing x. We cut x in half. That's what we do. This is not going to look pretty with me using a touchpad. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. So there's the first one. Wonderful stuff, isn't it? Now it's Bahak. So the next thing I'm going to do is the letter H. And I see that H is 3. That means we move right 3. So now I'm going to take all my little points and I'm going to move them right 3 units. So this was at -2.5. And it's going to get shifted all the way to right to a half. Okay, this is at -1. It's now over here at 2. This one was at 0. It's going all the way right 3, which should be about right there. There was one right here at 1. It's going all the way over to 4. And we're going to have to just want to take it to 2 and add 3. We'd be at 5. Now you guys have a blank piece of paper that you can kind of write on. I'm using my little touchpad here, so I'm going to lose some of the curvature and probably still look better than some of the ones I see. All right, there's BH. Next up is A, and A is -2. Now, what does that mean we do? It means we multiply the y values by -2. That's what it means we do. There's a y value here. It's at -1. And if we multiply it by -2, it would be at +2. All right, -1 times a -2 is +2. -1 times 2 is -2, or +2. There's one down here at -5. Now, here's a problem. Milbrath didn't make his grid big enough. So twice a -5 is going to be all the way up top here. And I'm just going to have to label this point. But this is going to be at, what, 3, 10? Just ran out of room. Your grid might be bigger than I left you. I don't know. Maybe it is. I just don't know. Here's one at 4, -1. It's going to get moved to 4, +2. And here's one that is at 5, 1. It will now be at 5, -2. So what this has done is this has both stretched it, because you'll notice it's twice the height, and reflected it. Yeah, straight down. Well, I just got hideous, didn't it? All right, the last thing to do is K, and K is 1. So that just means we shift up 1. K equals 1, shift up 1. No, so I'm just doing this piece by piece. It ain't a whole lot of fun. So up one, up one. Really don't have any more room. I'll just put an orange dot up there. Up one, up one. Hopefully on the graph that I gave you, I remember it. I think I made yours dimensions better so that you could graph it because I foresaw this as being a problem. But anyways, there is some ugly art. In 100 years after I die, it might be worth something. Probably not. It's hideous. And that's exactly how most kids feel about problems like that. They're just hideous and they're tedious, and I probably made a mistake somewhere. If I did, find out, okay? Don't just blindly copy Milbrath. And that's all I got because it's kind of hard to do these videos from home, but I should see y'all Tuesday. I feel like I'll be back Tuesday. Later, kids.